Before we begin, take a second to subscribe to this channel. Understanding your lungs today could protect your breathing tomorrow. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you truly paid attention to your breathing? We notice our heart when it races. We notice pain when it hurts. But the lungs, we only notice them when something feels wrong. And by then, sometimes the damage has already begun. Your lungs are not just organs that fill with air. They are the bridge between you and life itself. Every cell in your body depends on oxygen. Every breath is a silent exchange that keeps you alive, without applause, without warning. Yet millions of people ignore early symptoms of lung disease because they seem harmless at first. Today, I'm going to walk you through 6 critical warning signs that could indicate a lung problem, and I'll also explain what lung disease really is, why it happens, and when you should take action. Because breathing is something you should never take for granted. Before we talk about the warning signs, you need to understand something important. Lung disease is not just one condition. It's a group of disorders that affect how air moves in and out of your body, and how oxygen reaches your bloodstream. Inside your chest, your lungs contain millions of tiny air sacs called alveoli. This is where oxygen enters your blood and carbon dioxide leaves your body. It's a delicate, perfectly coordinated system. But when inflammation, infection, obstruction, or structural damage interferes with this process, symptoms begin to appear. Conditions like asthma, chronic bronchitis, COPD, pneumonia, pulmonary fibrosis, and even pulmonary embolism can disrupt this exchange. And the causes vary. Viral and bacterial infections, smoking, air pollution, dust exposure, allergies, genetic conditions, even long-term inflammation. Some lung diseases develop suddenly. Others progress slowly over years, almost silently. And that's why recognizing early symptoms can change everything. Let's begin with the first and most common warning sign. The first warning sign is something most people dismiss: a cough. Now, coughing by itself is not the enemy. In fact, it's protective. It's your body's natural reflex to clear irritants, mucus, dust, or microbes from your airways. But here's the key question. How long has that cough been there? An acute cough may last a couple of weeks, often related to a cold or viral infection. But when a cough persists beyond 4 weeks, or even stretches past 8 weeks, it becomes chronic. And chronic coughing deserves attention. Is it dry? Or does it produce mucus? Is it worse at night? Does it happen after physical activity? Does it wake you from sleep? A persistent cough may signal asthma, chronic bronchitis, post-infectious inflammation, acid reflux, or even more serious lung conditions. Smokers especially should never ignore a new or changing cough. Because sometimes what feels like just irritation is your lungs trying to tell you something deeper is wrong. And often, the next symptom appears alongside it. The second sign is something people find uncomfortable to talk about, but it's incredibly important. Mucus. Your airways naturally produce a thin, clear layer of mucus. It traps dust, bacteria, and other particles, protecting your lungs from harm. In healthy conditions, it's almost invisible. But when the lungs are irritated or infected, that mucus changes. It may become thicker, stickier, more abundant. The color can also tell a story. Clear mucus often appears in viral infections or allergies. Yellow or green mucus may suggest a bacterial infection. Brownish mucus is common in smokers or those exposed to heavy pollution. And if the mucus becomes excessive, especially if it lingers for weeks, it may indicate chronic bronchitis or another inflammatory condition. Mucus is not the enemy. It's a signal. The problem begins when production becomes constant, heavy, or accompanied by other symptoms like fever, fatigue, or chest discomfort. And sometimes, something more alarming may appear. Now we move into a symptom that understandably causes fear. Coughing up blood, even small streaks mixed with mucus, should never be ignored. In some cases, the cause can be minor. A prolonged, intense cough can irritate the lining of the airways and cause small blood vessels to break. Dry air, throat irritation, or minor infections can also lead to slight bleeding. But here's the important part. When blood appears repeatedly in larger amounts, or is accompanied by shortness of breath, fever, weight loss, chest pain, or extreme fatigue, it becomes a red flag. Serious conditions like pneumonia, tuberculosis, pulmonary embolism, or even lung cancer can present this way. I don't say this to create panic. I say this to create awareness. Because early detection changes outcomes. If you ever notice bright red blood when coughing, especially if it's persistent, seek medical evaluation immediately. Breathing should feel safe, effortless, invisible. When blood appears, your lungs are asking for attention. And sometimes, before severe symptoms develop, your body sends another subtle warning. The fourth sign may not seem directly connected to your lungs at first. Persistent nasal congestion. Excess mucus dripping down the back of your throat. Constant throat clearing. It feels minor, annoying, easy to ignore. But your upper airways and your lungs are part of the same system. When inflammation affects the nose and sinuses, due to allergies, infections, pollution, or smoke exposure, that irritation can extend downward into the bronchial tubes. Chronic postnasal drip can trigger coughing, throat irritation, and even worsen asthma or bronchitis. If your nose is constantly blocked, if you're frequently clearing your throat, if you wake up feeling mucus stuck in your airway, your respiratory system may be under stress. Temperature changes, dry air, dust, mold, and pollen can all trigger excessive mucus production. And when inflammation becomes persistent, it may set the stage for deeper lung involvement. What seems like just sinus issues can sometimes be part of a broader respiratory problem. Now let's talk about a symptom that people often brush off, but that can signal something more serious. This is the symptom people fear the most: shortness of breath. In medicine, we call it dyspnea, the sensation that you cannot get enough air, even when you're trying. At first, it may only happen during exercise. Climbing stairs feels harder. Walking uphill leaves you winded. You notice you need to pause to catch your breath. Many people blame aging, being out of shape. But here's what's happening biologically. When your lungs are not exchanging oxygen efficiently, carbon dioxide builds up. Your breathing rate increases to compensate. Your chest may feel tight. Your body feels uneasy. Conditions like asthma, COPD, pneumonia, pulmonary fibrosis, and even blood clots in the lungs can cause this symptom. And here's the key warning sign. If shortness of breath appears suddenly, worsens quickly, or happens even at rest, seek medical care immediately. Breathing should not feel like work. And when breathlessness is accompanied by rapid, shallow breathing, we arrive at our sixth and final warning sign. The sixth and final warning sign is rapid, shallow, or labored breathing. You may notice your chest rising quickly. Your breaths feel short. You can't seem to slow them down. Sometimes it's accompanied by dizziness, weakness, or chest discomfort. In some cases, anxiety can trigger this pattern. But persistent or unexplained hyperventilation may signal something deeper: inflammation, airway obstruction, infection, or reduced lung capacity. If rapid breathing does not improve with rest, if it comes with chest pain, severe fatigue, bluish lips, confusion, or fainting, it is an emergency. Your lungs are responsible for delivering life to every cell in your body. And here's what I want you to remember. Many lung diseases begin quietly. A mild cough, a little mucus, slight breathlessness. Nothing dramatic, until one day it is. If you smoke, are exposed to pollution, have asthma, or a history of respiratory infections, pay even closer attention. Early diagnosis is often simple. A physical exam, a chest X-ray, basic testing, but only if you act. Let me ask you something personal. If your breathing slowly became more difficult over the next few years, would you notice in time? Or would you wait until your body forced you to? Your breath is your life. If this video helped you see your lungs differently, share it with someone who needs it. And if you're not subscribed yet, join this channel. Understanding your body today may protect your tomorrow. Tell me in the comments, which of these 6 warning signs surprised you the most? I'll see you in the next video.